Hey, Cass. Good morning, honey. How are you? How you feeling? Oh my gosh, I was gonna say Kelly's babies are so cute. I keep seeing updates on or on like I just oh my gosh, they're so cute. I'm like, I said I was very sad like that her mom passed away because nobody, like I said, nobody deserves it. You know that. But like the fact that her mom left her the money to go get the IVF, and then she ended up getting a bonus baby out of it, and both of them look like her mom. I'm like, that's a little, that's a little, like, okay. Like the universe has got something going on. You know what I mean? Good morning, guys. We are live on YouTube. We're also live on TikTok. If you're new, you're more than welcome to come and chit chat with me. I love it when people come and hang out with me. I said it is going to be a beautiful day. Happy Monday. We are going to start this week. I'm feeling good today. You guys feeling good? I'm feeling good today. Oh, thank you, Shane, honey. I appreciate you. I'm feeling good. I feel like I'm ready to go take over the world. Maybe it's just caffeine speaking through me, but I do. I feel like I'm ready to like take over the world. You know what I mean? So I can't take over the world via live stream without you guys tapping the screen. So I'm just saying, I'm throwing it out there. Hint, hint, wink, wink. You know what I mean? Like tap the screen. It's free and it's the best way you can support a streamer, in my opinion. I'm sure that there would be other people that would say differently, like, oh, gift me. I don't expect anything. Like straight up. I will never ask anybody for anything that isn't free. Tapping the screen, totally free. Totally free. Sharing the live, totally free. 100%. Like all that. It's very, very helpful. And like I said, I can't take over the world without you guys. Thank you, Don, honey. I appreciate you. I said I love it when people stop by to see me. If you're new, you're more than welcome to come and chit chat with me. I'm dual streaming. And so if you hear me talking to somebody and they're not in your chat, I promise you it's just the other chat. I like doing the dual stream because I said I don't know, it's like adult ADD or something. My brain works like ding 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 ding. You know what I mean? I normally do pretty good with keeping up with my chats. So, and I said make sure you follow me on you know what? Hey Sig, what's going on? Also, following me on other social media, also free. Same username anywhere. Don't do. I was gonna say, Brad, you've done that. Like you literally did that like every day. That's why you're like come in with like new shit. Like we've had this conversation about caffeine and blah blah blah, and like we get it, dude. Like aspirin, we get it. Like I'm just saying, you ain't gotta do it like every day. Like maybe a new shtick. I'm just saying, it's an idea. It's an idea. Maybe think of something else that like because, like I said, it was literally what, like every day last week where he came through and he said the exact same thing and then talked to me about caffeine and aspirin, but it's literally the exact same conversation over and over and over. So either you're going through lives and you're not realizing who you've already said it to, like going through that many lives, or I just don't know. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm sorry, Brad. We've had the same conversation. If you want to talk to me, just come through and be like, hi. I'll be like, hi. Only do the good ones. All right, I'll take that as a compliment. All right, Brad. But just come through and be like, hey, Ren, what's up? And I'll be like, hey, Brad, how are you? Like I said, the only type of rugs that I would even do, I swear to God. Okay, aspirin and caffeine, I got you there. Okay. I will accept that. I will 100% accept that. I'm guilty of that one. But like I do greenery here and there, but even that I'm like not consistent on. I'm like, like I like I mean, like I'm an artist, so it's like I feel like the two go hand in hand. Where are you from? Also, you were so beautiful, girl. Oh, awesome. Thank you, honey. I appreciate that. Um, Lilu, something like that. Okay. If I fuck up your names, y'all. Now, do you do that, Brad? Like, do you? We've. I know we've had to talk about what. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. I'm from Delaware. It's very boring here. I refuse to live in a world without coffee. Right. That's what I'm saying, Anthony. I went for like a couple weeks without caffeine, and I was like, ugh. I will say I'm guilty of that one. I love me some caffeine, and my caffeine is cooking today. So I'm like ready. Like I said, do me a favor, tap the screen because I'm feeling good today. I feel like I'm going to take over the world. Can you burp on command? That's the question. That's a really weird question to ask somebody. Hmm. It's a really weird question to go through somebody's live stream and ask them. It's random. Yeah, I know. I know it's random. I get it. Of course, probably for about 33 years now. Okay. So do you consider that one of the good rugs then? I wasn't like, so can you respond? Can I see all of your tattoos? Oh, super. I was gonna say that would take so long, honey. Like I'm covered in tattoos. Covered. Hey, Weeze, how are you? Can you respond? Yeah, I said it was a weird comment. That was my response. Like it was. Just saying. Like I did respond. I said it was a weird question. But you can, dude, like whatever you're into, I really don't give a fuck about. I'll be real, like straight up. Like just because you're into women burping, that literally has nowhere did I sign up to be part of whatever you got going on in your head. Like I mean, like that's just I'm not catering to people's like what they're into. How old are you? I just turned 46. Good versus bad is all about the preference. See, like I said, for a long time, I wasn't into it. Louise, how are you, honey? I wasn't into it. Like, I really didn't get into it. Like, it wasn't my thing. And then a few years ago, I got diagnosed with epilepsy, right? And they say that it's something that is good for epilepsy. So I was like, well, shit. I mean, it can't hurt. Like it can't hurt. Like so that's when I like kind of but like throughout my life I'd done it like I'd do it for like maybe a couple weeks and then I'd stop and then like 6 months later I'd be like, you know what I'm gonna do? Like I wasn't honestly like I wasn't really into it like that throughout my life. I told you when I was younger I might have experimented with other stuff, but the shit they got out there now is so fucking scary. The shit that I did back then was fucking scary. The shit that they have now, I don't understand why people still try it to begin with. Like people are like, "Oh, I was in pain." Like a lot of people say, "Oh, I got pulled off of this and da da da." I get it. I have dealt with chronic pain throughout my lifetime. I get it. Like I said, I've had a lot of surgeries on my foot. Like I have a lot of bone issues. It's okay. Like I'm all right. I'm pushing through it. But I would rather be in pain. Honestly, like I would rather be in pain. You know, I'm way too old for the new. Right. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, dude, this shit's scary. It's really big, but you can too. Please fuck off. If all you're worried about is me burping, I'm just telling you, fuck off. Like, I really don't feel like dealing with dumb shit that I. like, I guess when I first said, like, dude, I'm not catering to your fetish, like, maybe you should have just stopped there with the conversation. Like, it seems like it's a boundary that I've set up, and then you're kind of going over it. So I'm like not going to answer it. That's just how. But yeah, this new stuff is scary. I said I actually had a roommate, right? And this is like a few years ago. He was somebody that I met when I was like 14 years old, right? Like I knew him pretty much my whole life. Hadn't seen him in a long time. I seen him at my work like a couple times, and we chit chatted. And then his girlfriend called me and said, "See, red flags." I'm very naive when it comes to that stuff, so I don't know like the warning signs. Like I don't know. Like I just don't know. Like I said, I'm very naive when it comes to that stuff. Like people are like, "Oh, how did you not see?" Because I would honestly, I wasn't looking for it. He had told me he was in recovery. He was really proud of himself. Da da da. And then his girlfriend called me and said, "Hey, you know, he's literally going to be living out of his car. He's getting his mom's moving, blah blah blah, like all this stuff." And I'm the type of person where I'm not going to let anybody that like that's just me. Like any of my friends, if they don't have a place to go, I'll find room for. 'Em. So I knew he wasn't. Like I said, hindsight, right? He was a tattoo artist. So I'm like, okay, you know what I mean? He lived with me for a total of 4 months. Total of 4 months, right? And like I said, so dumb, right? I worked in a store, a toy shop that was not dedicated towards children, if you catch my drift. And there was a pawn shop next door. I'm 17 years young. Thanks for asking. Oh, okay. I'm gonna do something nice. What, Nora? I'm scared to ask. Ahad. I probably mispronounced that. But so new life rule: never trust anyone. And that's like I said. This was somebody I knew from when I was little. When we were younger, he used to be like hardcore. The father himself sent me to do something. Okay, Nora, cool. Okay. You beautiful. Thank you, Javon. I appreciate that. Guys, tap the screen for me. I like the live. Beautiful people love it when people tap the screen. I'm just putting that out there. I'm just putting it out there. I'm saying, I'm like, I do like it when people tap the screen. And it's totally free to do. And it helps and all that stuff. So, like the live, like I said, 100% it absolutely helps. So like I said, this is all hindsight shit, right? Never mind, my girlfriend told me to take it back. Oh, okay. Well, tell her, I didn't take it as you were hitting on me like it's a compliment. Like, you know what I mean? Now I'm playing you are okay, gotcha. Thank you. I appreciate that. Like, compliments are always welcome. You know what I mean? I'm getting older. I'll soak in my compliments I can get. So I let him move in with me, right? And then I swear to God on my life, I had a CD. I'm gonna tell you that God will always be with you, and you need to let Him catch you and let Him bless your heart, please, dear God, Lord, watch it. Okay, cool, cool, cool. I don't understand why some people like. I'm like that. Like I don't know. It's just it's. I don't understand some people's approach to how they come through people's live streams. It's bizarre to me. It's bizarre to me. But so it ended up that like I said, he like just in hindsight. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. In hindsight, I should have known. In hindsight, I should have known. So there's a pawn shop right next door to where I work, right? And I happened to be surfing on Facebook the one day and I seen one of these guys post a picture, right? My mom gave me a CD player when I was younger. Like, we're talking the kind that has like the disc changer on top of it, like a 5 disc changer, like, the big old detachable speakers. Like, it was so ridiculously old. I literally had it, but it helped me develop my love for music. So I've always kept it. It's just one of those things where it's like really sentimental, right? And it's very noticeable. It's like silver. It's like this fucking big. Like, I mean, so I was surfing on Facebook the one day, and one of the guys next door, because I had them all added on Facebook, one of the guys from the pawn shop posted a picture of it and was like, "I can't believe he took this sin. Worst $20 ever. Blah blah blah. Like, put out. Like, and I was like, and I said, I've had like I've lived with a lot of people in my lifetime, so I said to Joe, I said, can you go down? I said, I swear to God, if you go down and the CD changer is or like the mute, it's if it's not there, if the stereo is not there, and I see that when I go down, I'm gonna lose my shit. Like, I'm straight up gonna lose my shit. So can you go check for me, please? Because like I said, it was sentimental. My mom's passed and she passed in 2008. So it's something that I've kept. That's just one of those sentimental. I would never get rid of it. But the thing didn't even work. It like straight up, it didn't even work. That's what I mean is I kept it. I have a bar downstairs and I kept it in there just like I said, sentimental purposes, right? And I was like, yeah. And so he came back upstairs and he's like, yeah, it's not there. And I was like, what? Now, keep in mind, he had somebody over my house and he was tattooing them. Oh, thank you, Eric, honey. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. How you doing today, Mr. Eric? How was work? But so I was like, so he comes back up and he goes, it's not down there. And I said, what? What do you mean it's not down there? And I didn't want to freak you out in front of like his client. So I was like, I was probably madder than I think I've ever been in this lifetime. And then, like I said, I'm stupid and naive, right? He told me he had somebody over and he was tattooing them. They'd spilled a drink on it, so he'd taken it. So stupid. I honestly, I want to believe people. If that makes sense, like I want to believe people. I want to believe that nobody would actually do that. Right. So even still, I'm mad as fuck. That's when I really started getting like, okay, I need to get him out of here. You know what I mean? He was the one that did like a lot of my tattoos. We would sit up until like 3 a.m. At one point, I lived with like I'm sorry, 4 different guys. Like, and it's just, I said, I mean, good morning. It's just, I don't know. But so, like I said, I'm the type of person where if like a friend doesn't have somewhere to go and I have a room open in my house, I'm gonna give it to them. You know what I mean? Like it's not everybody. I'm not like, oh hey stranger off the internet holding a cardboard sign. Like you wanna come in my house? Like it's not like that. You know what I mean? It's definitely not like that. So It ended up that, like I said, I was so fucking mad. I literally was madder. I would have, mm, listen, we don't want to say what I would have done if I had been the one to go downstairs and see that it wasn't there. It would not have ended well. I would have looked like a crazy person in front of his client, and I would not have given a shit, right? So, oh, thank you, Timothy. I appreciate you. But so I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt, and I told him, I said, you need to go and get it back from your fucking cousin. I said, I don't give a fuck if somebody spilled a drink on it or not. The shit didn't even work anyway. I want it back, and I want it back in this house within the next couple days, or I'm putting you out. Like, that's, like I said, there's certain things he could have gone after and it wouldn't bug me as bad, but it was that really like got me. Cause I'm like, dude, I'm out of my house to you. Like, don't steal shit from me. Don't pawn my shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Go get a job. Like, you're making money from tattooing. Why do you need to pawn my shit? You know? So I was like I said, he got it back within the next couple of days. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna do my best to let this go, but now I know I need to be on guard with this. So then he finally, it was like Christmas Day, right? And he was like tweaking. Like I said, I don't know what to look for. Like I'm very, very naive. If I hear that somebody is into that stuff, I will just I will stay away. Like I'm very, very naive. Never done it before. Don't know the signals to watch for. I mean, now I kind of know a little bit more. But so he was like trying to get I don't know how much I can say. Zans from one of the. I normally do Christmas morning breakfast, so I had all my friends come over for Christmas morning breakfast, and he was trying to get meds off one of the girls, and I told her, I said, "Don't give that to him. He's in recovery." Like, you know what I mean? And she was like, "Oh, da da da," because he said, "I'm still trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. This is somebody I've known since I was 14 years old." You know what I mean? And I'm not dragging him. He's now no longer with us. Like, I'm not dragging him. I understand that addiction is a very real thing, and I understand that it does cause a lot of people. I've never experienced it personally, so I don't know what it's like. So I told him, I said, either you go to rehab and get yourself better, or you're gonna have to get the fuck out. Like, that's all there is to it. I'm not dealing with this shit, right? So he was like, okay, I'm gonna go to rehab. I started slipping up again, blah blah blah. So he went to rehab. He called me a couple days later from rehab. He says, hey, there's paperwork, da da da. Can I, Deontay, what's going on? But so I said, like he's like, can you get them to fax my birth certificate? Da 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 da. I said, sure, no problem. Like, I'm like, okay, he's getting help. He's getting help. So then his girlfriend calls me and she's like, I don't know what exactly he's been up to. She's like, I normally wouldn't do this. She's like, but can I come over and go through his shit? He didn't really have a lot of shit. You know what I mean? And I said, yeah, come on over. So I normally would not do that. I'm really like, I don't know. I don't like it when people snoop. Like, I've never been the kind of chick that, like, if, you know what I mean, like, would go through somebody's phone or like reading all their emails. Like, it's not my thing. It's not my thing, like, at all. Like, I just don't, like, it's just not my thing. And so I was like, okay, because now I was actually kind of curious, like, what else he had been up to, right? Tell me why. And this is when I was like, he is, even if he gets better, he is not coming by this house. I will not see him again. I will not speak to him again because I found the pawn slip. We found the pawn slip underneath his bed. For whatever reason, he kept them all, right? In this big, like, bag. I have no idea why he kept them all. I honestly, I have no idea why he kept that. Like, why would you keep proof? But he did. And we literally found it for the stereo. And I was like, nope. Okay. You just became homeless again because I don't know what to tell you. Like, they will manipulate you and prey on your feelings. Yeah. And then I said, like I was also a little bit younger. So like I said, I'm really naive because I've never, if somebody offered that to me, well, I think people wouldn't even offer it to me because they know how against it I am. But if somebody did, like I said, I've dealt with chronic pain throughout my lifetime. Like, I've had a bunch of surgeries. I'm not on any like medicine for it, so I know what it's like to be in chronic pain. Like, I understand that. But like, if somebody was like, "Well, here, this will make your pain go away," I'd be like, "Fuck you, fuck that shit." Like, I get being in pain. And I get that people, there's a lot of people say, well, I had a car accident, my back was injured, and they took me off my meds, and then I didn't know what else to do because I was in so much pain. So that's like, there's a normally like a story that kind of goes along with it. You know what I mean? But I'm like, I would rather be in pain. I would rather sit there and cry and scream and then go towards that. I need to put my piercings back in, y'all. I know that's random, but I do. I need to put my piercings back in. He kept proof out of irresponsible. That's what I mean. It's like, why would you keep it? Like, it was just dumb. Like, why would you keep it? I don't know. And guys, by the way, but you don't have an addictive. Some people, no, I'm not judging people. Just like 100%. Alonzo, good morning. No, 100%. Addiction runs in my family. I do have an addictive personality, like 100%, and I'm aware of that. But that's why I stay away from that shit. Like I said, anything that's harder than greenery, I drink. Like I drink, but I don't drink to excess. Like I can go out and have like a couple of drinks and be fine. I know some people that can't do that, and that's okay. Like I said, I'm not judging anything. You know what I mean? I understand everybody's got their own story that leads them down a road, and I'm really for people. You know, like it's a hard thing to recognize that you need help. I'm good, Alonzo. I am feeling like I'm going to take over the world today. How are you, honey? But you know, like I said, I'm really for like it certainly doesn't seem like it would be easy to do because I have to assume if it was easy to do, everybody just be like, well, guess what? I'm not going to do. You know, I found it was too expensive, so I just gave it up. So I give people a lot of props that are in recovery. I'm okay. This one, yeah. What are you doing today, Alonzo? Like I do. I give people like a lot of props that have been said, okay, I need help. That's a hard thing to ask for as an adult is help. You know what I mean? Like everybody needs help in some way or form or shape or whatever at some point in their life, and it's a hard thing to do. You know what I mean? So I don't know, but that's my little story about all that. And then ended up it was like years later. I know he went downstate for a bit, and I'd seen that he had been in a sober living house, and I was like, okay, that's cool. Like I said, I was looking on Facebook. I'm like, okay, that's cool. He seems like he's doing better. He started playing music again. He actually said he couldn't tattoo anymore because it was like a trigger for him. And so he had ended up getting like a job at a pizza shop, like all this. And then I heard, I might go walk in the park. Yeah, I was gonna say it's humid and rainy here as fuck. Like I'm gonna spend as little time outside as possible today. That's what I'm gonna do. But so years later I'd heard that he moved up to Philly and I went, oh fuck. Because that's the last thing that someone that's in active addiction needs to do is go up to Philly because Philly and Kensington are like the heart of it. Like Philadelphia has an airport, so that's a lot of how it gets snuck in, right? And then I heard, like, I found out his girl or his ex girlfriend at this point because she had broken up with him when she found out that he had pawned all that stuff because she had some of her stuff in there too, and like we found his medical records and there was all this stuff he just not told her. So she ended up leaving him, right? Like she was like, I don't want to trigger him while he's in, but like I can't deal with this. And I was like, no, that's understandable. If you can't deal with it, you can't deal with it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, go to the yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. As soon as I heard he went to Philadelphia, Eric, I was like, oh man, oh man. Now I said his ex girlfriend called me one day and she goes, dude, like she was upset because she always felt like it was her fault that maybe he slipped back up, you know, all that stuff. And she blamed herself because they said she was really naive to it too. So now we're smarter, you know what I mean? But she called me years later and she goes, I think this maybe like 4 years ago, she goes, he got hit by a car in Philadelphia's airport parking lot. And I'm like, they didn't find who the driver was. He didn't, you know, he was in the ambulance. They were like, what happened? He's like, he was really disoriented. He didn't know where he was. Like, he had been wandering around the parking lot. Like, I mean, it was bad. And so he ended up going into ICU and then he ended up passing away. And it was like his funeral was like sad. His funeral was very, very sad because he wasn't that old. You know what I mean? But it's something that could have been prevented, and it's something I wish was prevented because I would have come around eventually. And if he was doing good, I would have started hanging out with him. Would I let him live with me again? No. would I have been okay? I would have gone, you know what? He went there. Like, everybody makes mistakes in their lifetime. Like, that's, and especially when you have a dependency on something, I understand. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I give people a lot of grace when they're going through that because it's something that people go through, and there's people that don't come out on the other side of it. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, I understand. Like I said, I give people props for even trying because there's a lot of people that are just okay with their lifestyle with it. And it's like I said, if it was something, if recovery was something easy to do, everybody would be doing that shit. Everybody would do it. They'd be like, yeah, this is costing me too much money. I think, I mean, like, I think I'm just going to quit. Like, Apple deleted Palestine from maps because that's relevant to the conversation we're having right now, right? Okay, so we're doing the weird news. Normally, I come on here in the morning. For some reason, I'm taking the weekends off lately. I don't know why. I really should just get up and, you know what I mean? Like, I'm still like putting on makeup, but I've just been like hanging out on the weekends. I am going to start going live this weekend, but I'm normally on here every morning. I'll come on, get my, face together, get ready to start the day, all that shit. And, I'll read the weird news. So I said that's my story. You just got kicked out. What did you get kicked out for? Like I said, I drank, but I don't drink. Like sometimes, like I'll be real. Sometimes I will. Sometimes I've had a little too much, but I'm never like driving when that happens. Like I said, I'm epileptic. Epileptic. So I literally don't drive anymore. I would rather not drive than take the risk of driving and hurting somebody or hurting myself or, you know what I mean? Like it just sucks. Like I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. But so, good morning, guys. Welcome through. If you're new, you are more than welcome to come and chit chat with me. I'm dual streaming today, so make sure that you go follow my other social media. I love it. You can support a streamer. Hello, Masood. There we go. But there's for alcohol twice. Oh gosh, gotcha. I was gonna say something got filtered. I don't know. After that, something got filtered. Love. Oh, hi Atlas. What's happening? But so yeah, like I said, it doesn't seem like something that's easy to do. So I really do give people props that go through it. Like people are gonna make mistakes. Relapses are very, very possible. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you shared the live. Thank you, Adrian. I have no idea what that means, Atlas. Not a clue. Not even remotely somewhat of a clue. Like, oh, you're awesome. Thank you, Adrian. But yeah, there's so many ways to support streamers without it being monetarily based. Tapping the screen like in the live, 100% free. Sharing the live, 100% free. Um, like, you know what I mean? Coming and talking, 100% free. Following me on other social medias, same username regardless of where I go, totally free. They're free. So I'm just saying, do the free shit for me. Don't worry about the stuff that costs money. Just do the free shit for me. That's all I could ever ask for. You know what I mean? I'm curious to see because I said I've been keeping track of my numbers online lately, just to see. You know what I mean? Morning, lady. Hi, come. How are you, guys? Welcome through. Ooh, okay. Okay. So this is our first news story of the day. Rotten fish sauce that has long stuck up. We're going to speak. How do you share? There should be an arrow at the bottom, right? And when you do that, it'll send it out to all the people. But yeah, I need to put all my piercings back in. I feel weird. My tongue's like way too light without my ring. I literally had my tongue pierced since I was like 16. So, I mean, 30 years, I don't think it's closed up by now. I had to have all this testing done because they said I'm going through cancer treatment. How's your morning been? It's good, come. How was yours, honey? Well, what do y'all have planned for today? I said, I'm going to try to be a productive member of society. Well, we will see how that goes. But so, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. All right, here we go. So let me go back to it. It's all ADD at its finest. Even like I said, even with meds, I'm like really leery. You know what I mean? Like they put me like at one point they were like, you have ADD. Da, da, da. We're gonna put you on that. And like it was weird for me. Like it was weird for me just to have one thought in my brain, and then I found I was focusing on shit that like I'm like, let me reorganize my socks. Like it wasn't necessarily productive. So I finally was like, I don't want to take this anymore. Like I'm good. Like I'm good. I've lived with my brain is intense. I don't think I've never taken that. Like I, you know what I mean. But that's what it was weird. Like the tattoos. Well, thank you, Com. I'm collecting. I would have done Pokemon cards, but you can lose those. Your tattoos are the only thing that go with you into the ground afterwards. Anthony, what's going on? Yeah. So I just keep them. Like they mine now. But okay, so hold on. Let's see. Rotten fish sauce that has long stunk up. See, we're reading right today. Stunk up. A small Canadian town is finally being removed. I wonder why it took them so long. Have you guys ever seen? There's a. I watch these guys on TikTok, right? And they're I stared at products at work, obsessive. That's what I mean. It's like I was focusing, but it was like on all this random shit. Like I wasn't getting work done. I wasn't focusing on work. I'd be like, trash can looks dirty. I should probably clean that. Yeah, I'm gonna go clean that. And I like, you know what I mean? Like it was just stupid. Like, you know what I mean? Like it was just, I was like, yeah, that's not like, thank you, Red. I appreciate you guys. Tap the screen, like the live. I love it when people stop by, see me. If you are new, you are more than welcome to come and chit chat with me, 100%. So I only ever had that one experience with it, but I'm so used to having like 20 thoughts and ping pong balls going on in my head. And on top of it, I think women, I don't want to say men don't think enough, but I think that we tend to overthink shit. And so, you know, I'm just like, I'm so used to being the way that I am that like a change, I'm like, eh. But yeah, so I need to get, see, this is, I'm bing, 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 bing. So yeah, I need to put my piercings back in. This one, I don't think I'm going to put back in. This one is hard as fuck to get back in, but I don't know if I'm gonna have to put like have more testing done. So I kind of took them out for like the test, and I just haven't put them back in. I don't even know at this one because that's one of my newer ones that I would be able to get it back in. And then I have my tongue done, and then I have one that sits like right in the middle of my lip here. So I'm like, I might today see what we can get put back in. I don't think I couldn't see myself like getting any more piercings. At one point, I had my nose pierced twice. I've had snake bites before. I had a lip ring before. I had the cheek piercings. I couldn't. The thought of somebody going, oh, like the tongue was bad enough. Like even that, I don't think I could have redone. Like just straight up, I don't know that I could sit through it again. The lip, like right here, that was probably my easiest piercing. I got what is it? What is this called? I always want to call it a rhododendron, but that's a flower. So I forget what this is called. Like the little thing on your ear that really does nothing except like keep dust out of your ear. You know what I mean? Like that little flap. I got that pierced. That was very painful. Although in hindsight, I got it done while I was down at the beach. Tattoo shops on the beach are perplexing to me. Like I get it. They're gonna go where the people are, and that's okay. Something what's dying? Hold on. Oh, this one. Okay. Gotcha. But so you know what I mean? Like I get it. They're gonna go where the people are, which is good business sense. No, I wasn't telling a fish story. I might now though. But hold on, let me say I got like 8 million chargers and none of them want to work. It's just stupid. But like the beach shops, it's literally like everything they tell you to avoid. Adrian, good morning. It's yeah, like but it's like everything that. So you go to the beach, you're like, I'm gonna get a tattoo. Cool, okay, go to the beach, get a tattoo. That's fine, you know. But then they tell you to avoid direct sunlight. Hello, uwu, how are you? But they tell you to avoid sunlight, right? Like direct sunlight, and then you can't go in. They don't want you to get it wet for like 24 hours. They're obviously not going to want you to get sand on it. You know what I mean? Like it's got to heal before all that happens. But like it just seems like such a bad idea. I bet you a lot of crap tattoos come out of like the beach tattoo shops. I bet a lot of because like I said, you do that. Spain tattoo shops are free for all. Oh, are they? I never knew that. Random factoid. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate your random factoid. What are you doing, baby? My doggy's sitting next to me. He's taking his morning nap. He is getting to be a chunky donkey. I'm not fat shaming you. I'm just saying. Like, He's getting to be a chunky donkey since he's now lived with me for about 4 months. And he's put on about 5 to 10 pounds. Like, oh. I wonder why they do that. Then how do they make money? Is this Miss stands for mistress? No, if you read my name, it says Misfit. Yeah. Thank you, LL. I appreciate you. And I said, guys, tap on the screen, totally free. Come in and talk to me, totally free. Everything helps. Everything's appreciated. So, I said gifts are not expected. Like that's. I was in a live the other day, and somebody was like this chick. She's like, I might as well get off because I'm just not making any money today. I might as well get off. And she kept like saying it. I'm like, dude, like I don't understand why some people feel entitled to gifts just because they're live. And a lot of times these people that are expecting it, this is like their live stream. Hey, yeah, I'm good. I don't know. That's good. And it's like, what the fuck? Yeah, you're not providing content. Like, I might not have the best content, but I can at least hold a motherfucking conversation. I mean, that's if you can keep up with my ADD. Whatever. All right, so let's say we're going to plug this one in, perhaps. Okay, yeah, we're going to plug this one in. I hope this reaches. They think that's the way megachurch. Oh my gosh. Like, I mean, is that why? Like, they think it's got something to do with religion? I mean, shit. That's no. I said my mom was like super against tattoos. I say this on here all the time. My mom was like super against tattoos. And that was like one of her big things. Like, because I said I grew up in church very much so. Very much so. Like, I did youth group. I went to Bible camp. I said there was a church across the street from me, like my house, that was a Catholic church. So I went and like I went to Bible school there, and it legit. When I tell you this, I could not be more serious. It had a building out back, and that's where all the nuns lived. So guess who did the Bible studies? I can remember being like 3 or 4 and seeing the nuns sit there and playing like the acoustic guitar, like totally like in the movies. Like, you know what I mean? But so I don't think it's a convent anymore. I think that's her offices now. But now ask me if I've ever messed around with somebody in the parking lot of the church in front of the convent. Ask me. It might have happened a few times. Hmm. I was young, man. If I was going to do something, I couldn't do it at my parents' house. I had to go somewhere, and you know, parking lot was as good a place as anywhere. You know what I mean? It was a religious experience, like. So I can only imagine if the nuns actually say no. But so I said my mom was like really into the whole like you have beautiful skin when you. Oh, praying. Oh, 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 okay, gotcha. I hear what you're saying, Eric. But yeah, like I said, I don't think that people really need to minister to other people. I think that a lot of people know what religion is at this point. They know if they're seeking it. They know. I don't really think you can convert somebody, and this is just my opinion, unless they're open to the idea of it. But anybody that's open to the idea of it and curious about it can just go to a church. There's 8 million churches in the world. I think it's weird that churches don't have to pay taxes. I'll be real. I think that's weird. If they're having an income, they should have to pay taxes. The rest of us do. We have to pay taxes on all our income. A lot of states. I live in one of the few states that does not have sales tax, so it fucks me up when I go to other states because I'll be like, oh, it's $4.99, cool, and then I get up there and they're like, that's I don't even know how it's done, like $5.86, and I'm like, wait, for what? It says $4.99, and then they look at me like I'm the asshole because I didn't take in. We don't have sales tax here. It's just not a thing. I said Delaware, little random factoid, right? They don't have to pay taxes because we have freedom of religious. Yeah, but that really doesn't explain. Just because we have freedom of religious like expression, yeah, I get that. But how does that explain them not having to pay taxes? We all have freedom of expression for our beliefs. We all have freedom of expression just in general life. But anybody else that has an income has to pay taxes on it at the end of the year. So it's like I have the same opinion about the congressman or like the president. They don't have to pay taxes. Well, so you're telling everybody else to pay their taxes, but you're exempt from it. I think if you're going to have that rule for one person, they should have that rule for just across the board. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of banks that set up shop in Delaware just because of that reason. There's a lot of main businesses that come here. If you've ever seen Fight Club, the end scene, I won't ruin it for anybody that hasn't, but the end scene is it like Fight Club actually takes place in Delaware. I had to do with the founding of this country. The Anglican Church was run by the British. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That was how many years ago? Why haven't we updated that? Like I said, the rest of us have to do it. They're getting an income, but they're getting a free income. So you ever seen those mega churches where like the priest or the minister comes walk like driving up in like a Rolls Royce, and it's like the issue is the issue is when they leave Sky Daddy, they fill the void with Government Daddy. I just like I said, there's just stuff that I just don't understand. Like there's stuff that like I don't understand. I was gonna say I play pool a lot, right? I went this week. I lost both my matches. Like I'll be real, it was my first week back of the season. I lost both my matches. I found out, and I know that this is totally off topic of taxes, but I'm just saying, like, here's another thought that I don't understand. Right? Is that read the Bible, read the federal. I've read the Bible. That's what I said. I grew up in church, man. You didn't hear my like convent story? Yeah, like I literally, my mom was very, very religious, like very, very religious. Like I've read the Bible more times than I can count. I've had scripture said to me, read the federal papers. I mean, I'm not that interested, and I just don't understand why they don't do it. If they're going to expect the common people, the people that it's like people on disability still have to pay taxes on it. People on disability typically make like $13,000 to $20,000 a year, depending on how they work. So it's like you're taking people that are already in a bad situation and barely making it off of what they're getting, and then they still have to pay a portion of it back to the government. So that's all I'm saying is I think that like Congress people, the president, like the Alexander. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is that was how many years ago? Like I'm just saying I don't understand why they haven't updated it. There's a lot of stuff that's changed in the last 100 years. Like you think about minorities having more freedom, you think about women having more freedom, you think about people that are minorities. The reasoning is sound. That's why it was. I mean, like maybe it was sound at the time, but why is it sound now? Is my point. Like, why haven't we updated that? Because, like I said, if it's good for everybody else in the country to pay their taxes, why? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think that there should be exceptions. But and I said that's with Congress and like senators as well. That's my opinion. Is if somebody's gonna, you know what I mean? If we're gonna do this, I think everybody should have to be on board with it. But that's just my opinion. Like I said, that's my opinion. So when you do pool, like at least with the league that I do, the bottom 50% of wage earners in the U.S. pay 1% of all income taxes. Yeah, I get that. I get that. But I'm just saying, like I said, I think it should be across the board. If you're gonna ask somebody that's on disability who's barely making ends meet to pay their taxes, then I think a congressman who's making at least $300,000 a year should have to pay taxes on. Like to me, it's hypocrisy. How do you look at people and say, you need to pay your taxes. You got to pay your taxes, but then they're not paying taxes. You know what I mean? Wage earners in the U.S. actually pay negative income tax. Okay, I mean, like I said, it's just I don't. But like, so then why don't they let people that are on disability not pay taxes? Live streamers have to pay taxes. Like every religion would go to the shit house. Everyone goes straight to Christianity, and that's okay. Like I said, I understand that people like they have their beliefs. I have my beliefs. I believe in a universe. I believe in God. I believe, but I don't really believe. Like I don't know. I just didn't have a great experience with church, so it's like I think my daughter is on disability and doesn't pay taxes. She's supposed to. Like straight up, she's supposed to. Like she's supposed to. Like that. I'm 100%. My son's on disability. He pays taxes. I make sure of it. Like it's 100% taxable income, like 100%. So, all right, let's see. I'm going next in the week. But so, okay, so that's what I was saying about the pool league, right? Is like they have this system set up where it's 1 through 10, 1 being the lowest, right? 10 being the highest. I don't think there's anybody that's actually a 10 that I've come across, you know? The highest I've ever seen is a 9. They have this rule, and I just feel like it's an archaic rule. Like that's my big thing is I feel like a lot of this stuff is archaic. Like we're not going to change it because we're so used to it. But change is part of progress. You know what I mean? Like it's part of progress. And I get that too, but it's like, and I understand that it takes a while for change to happen in certain things. You know what I mean? But so they have this like really archaic rule where men cannot be lower than a level 3. So there's guys that I could whoop in pool that I will not get the chance to play because I am not on their level. Nug, what's happening? Like, because I'm not on their level. Like, so just, hey, what's going on, Nugget? How are you? And I said, guys, I'm dual streaming, so if you hear me talking to somebody that isn't in your chat, I promise you it's just the other chat. We are rocking right along this morning. But I think that's stupid. Is that like the men in the league were so like worried that they were gonna get, but it's like stupid. So it's like the only other people that I play are normally women unless they just put me up against something, unless they say they put me up against a 4. Like I beat a 4 the one night, they put me on. I'm like, I'm a 2. So I'm like low man on the totem pole in both my, but a lot of these people have, I've only been playing for like a year or so. A lot of these people have been playing like all their life. Like I said, the guy that runs the league, he's actually like he's a 9. And when I tell you this, I've literally seen him go up to a table, break, and run down every ball, like to where the opponent didn't even get a shot. And he knew where it was going. He knew what he was trying to do. He knew what would happen afterwards. He knew exactly how to do defense. Like I mean, it was actually pretty magical to watch. I'll be real. It was actually pretty magical just to watch him like go through. You're like, damn, like he knows exactly how to go about everything. And I'm like, see that, but I just think it's stupid that women can't. Like, I don't know, women can work up to a 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or whatever, but men can't be below a 3. Kind of seems like it's an ego thing to me. Like men are like, oh, I don't want to play if I'm going to be a 1. Well, yeah, if you're level 1, you should be a level 1, not a level 3. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's like a weird rule. So I said if I think something's weird, that's my opinion of it, and I'll like state it. But that's all it is really my opinion. Like I know that they've done things a certain amount of years the way that they've done it, and I'm certainly not going to change it. I accept like it is what it is, but at the same time, that doesn't mean I have to agree with it. So, all right, guys, we need to like get our shit going this morning. I said I've only read one news story today. We are rocking right along today. I love the weird news first thing in the morning. I like to do the weird news because it's all this stuff you don't really hear about. Like the normal news, I find very depressing. Like it's just not my thing. Like I don't know. I don't like the normal news just cuz like come on. You know what I mean? Like you get up in the morning and all you hear about is like the bad shit in the world and it's like nah, like I don't want my stream to be about the bad shit. I want my stream to be the good shit. Hi Jules. What's happening, honey? Long time no see. On my way to the beach? Oh yeah, I was gonna say that's cool. How long are you gonna be there? Are you just going down for a day trip? No. But so all right guys, here we go. We normally come on in the morning. We'll read the weird news and um we'll get our face together and get ready to go start the day. So I said I've been taking a little bit of time off of work because I'm going through cancer treatment. So I'm not working today. Like I said, I've been living off my savings account for like the last few months. I'm just trying to focus on like getting better and being okay. Like that's it. Like you know what I mean? So, but thank God I have a savings account just because I don't know what I would do right now if I bet. But that's I'll replenish it once I get back to work. And so I do online painting classes, and I do like all ages. I do just it's good. Like I like teaching people other ways to deal with stress. You know what I mean? It's very therapeutic. It's something I enjoy very much. And it's funny though, because like every single time somebody hits me up, right, and they're like interested in taking a class, the first thing they say is, everybody says this. I swear to God, everybody says this. I couldn't even draw a stick figure if I wanted to. Or like I couldn't even draw a stick figure. Well, that's the thing is nobody starts off great at anything. Some people are naturally a little bit more inclined at stuff, but you work up to it. Anything that you take on that's new to you, like you have to learn muscle memory, you have to learn techniques, you have to learn improvements, you have to learn. That's part of learning to do new stuff. And I said I will do, like I'll randomly decide like, okay, well today I'm going to, like I said, I've been getting in my fans lately, which will happen this afternoon. Manny, good morning, honey. Guys, tap the screen like the I love it when people step by to see me. But so I've been really into doing fans lately. Like I do fire fans, I do LED fans, I do veiled fans. Like I love to do the fans, right? And even that, like I'm learning on live. I'm letting you guys watch the process. You know what I mean? Because I feel like that's a lot of people won't try something new just because they're scared of failure at it. I am not scared of failing at something. The only failure in my mind is not trying. That's the only failure in my mind, like 100%. So, like I said, don't be scared to try something new. If I had to, you know, like tell some, if you could take anything away from my stream, I hope that if you, are like debating on trying something new, that maybe I will encourage you and you will try it. And then, you know what I mean? Like, you're never going to learn how to do it by not doing it. So, like I said, I go up, even if I embarrass myself at pool and I do something stupid, I'm still in my learning process. Like, that's how it is. I'm in my learning process. I will get there. But I mean, it takes time. It takes time. It takes muscle memory. It takes all that shit. Like, just 100% it does. Hold on, guys. Let me get my phone working right. Because, like, my other phone is, oh, thank you, Awadi. I appreciate you. Here we go. But yeah, so my other phone's passed away. So, all right, guys, welcome through. Thank you, Awadi. I appreciate you. What is this? How do I get rid of that? Okay. I don't know how to get it. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So, followed you. Thank you. I will follow you back. And I said, guys, I do love it when people stop by to see me. If you're new, you're more than welcome. Come and chit chat with me. If you're old, you're more than welcome. Come and chit chat with me. Like I said, I talk to everybody. Hi, Slam. What's going on? And I try to make sure I keep up with all my comments. Like I said, I dual stream. But you know what? I try to make sure that I keep up with stuff. So, it just works well for me. Just like I said, the two streams, I started doing it a few months ago, and it's like bing, 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 bing. Like, I don't know, it works for me somehow. Oh, thank you, Waddy. I appreciate you, babe. Okay. So let's see. Next in the weird news, because I said I do want to get my day going. Oh, thank you, Slim. I appreciate you guys. Like I said, tap the screen, like the live. We are taking over the world this week. Did you guys know that? Did you know? You didn't know? Well, now you know. Now you know. You're welcome. No, I'm caffeinated, so I'm feeling like today is the day. I finally take over the world via live streams. But I cannot do that without you guys. So make sure you tap the screen. Like, thank you, Waddy, honey. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Like I said, everything's appreciated. Nothing's ever expected. All that good stuff. So, all right. And then this afternoon, I will be on doing my fans. So make sure you keep an eye out for me because they're really neat to do. I'm like trying to figure out what night I want to do like the LED show because I was doing it Thursdays, but then I took up on another team for pool on Thursdays. So it's like I don't, you know what I mean? Like I'm like, fuck, that was like my night to do this. So I said I might, I don't know when I'll start. Like I'm hoping this week. Like I don't know what day I want to do it. I'm normally home on Friday nights just because I'm out like every other day. Awadi, you're awesome, honey. I appreciate you for that. But you know what I mean? Like so I might just I'm normally I will not go out on Friday nights just because like I'm out all week playing pool and then I go out and practice on Saturdays and then I rest on Sundays and like all that shit. So I have like my little schedule up. I might start doing it Friday nights. I know there's not as many people on Friday nights because everybody's out doing stuff, but it will be a good night for it, right? A little rave in my house. Like a little. All right, so let's see. Man arrested after backhoe joyride. That's solid. Do you know you can still get a DUI if you're riding a lawnmower down the side of the road and you're intoxicated? Do you know that? If you didn't, No, you do, and you're welcome. Oh, thank you, Waddy, honey. I appreciate you. But yeah, you can 100%. There have been people that are like, oh, it was a running lawnmower. Like I'm not. Or my car. Yeah, no, they can still arrest you for that. Like they can still arrest you for that. Like 100%, which I think is kind of funny. What are you, a country singer? What do you mean? You're random. Like if it was something that I said like a couple minutes ago, oh, thank you, Lottie, honey. I appreciate you. Like I probably already forgot, Eric. Yeah, you might have to remind me of what it was that you know me, like I'm already like 20 conversations ahead of like something like I'm like, ooh, can I tell you this story too. Ooh. But all right, so let's see. Um Montana hiker walks 10 miles down a mountain with a pole lodged in his body. Oh, right. Okay, now I get what you're saying. It took me, but thank you, Audie. I appreciate you. I get what you're saying. Here we go. Right, like a country singer. That definitely, the longest country music name of like the song. There's one, and it's called "I've Got Tears in My Ears from Lying on my back in bed at night and crying over you." You can look it up as a country song. I'm like, oh, I do hate that though. When you're in bed and you're crying and you get tears in your ears, like that's stupid. I don't really do it much, but I mean, we've all had those breakup times or those whatever times where you're like, I just don't want to get out of bed. You know what I mean? It happens. It happens. But yeah, it is an annoying thing. And the song is ridiculous. It's like, I got tears in my ears from lying on. Aries, good morning, honey. How are you? Lying on my back in bed at night and crying over you. It's just absolutely ridiculous. So, hey, honey, what's happening? How are you today, Aries? How's the doggies? All that good stuff. There we go. Oh, you took a week off, did you? Were you sick? Just not feeling good? I was gonna say he said his hours got cut. You can always, and now that you got like some work experience, Aries, I go get another job. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, congestion. Yeah, we were talking about that the other day. I've been like a wreck with allergies this season, and that's the thing is with allergies, they'll lead to like bronchitis and all that other shit. And I'm like, and I said, guys, if you're new, you're more than welcome. Come and chit chat with me. I do like it when people stop by to see me. I am rocking right along. Like I said, we're caffeinated. We're ready to take over the world. I can't take over the world without you guys' help. And I said I'm dual streaming, so if you hear me talking to somebody that's not in the other chat, I promise you, or you guys get what I'm saying. If you hear me talking to somebody and they're not in your chat, it's just the other chat. I like to tell people that. I probably say that about 8 million times a morning. Oh, thank you, Awadi, honey. I appreciate you. But like, I like to say that. Oh, thank you, Awadi. I appreciate you, babe. But 70% better, still coughing, but phlegm. Oh God, yeah, it's. I hate being sick. Oh, I hate being sick. So okay, with the Montana hiker, right? This was. I was actually watching something the other day because, like, I don't know. I find it fascinating, like how people got away with. Now we would never do something. I mean, there are sideshow performers in the world, obviously, like the Coney Island sideshow is still a thing, but there are people that embrace it. Once upon a time, there were people that were born with defects that was like their only option was join the circus. I'm Mucinex now. Yeah, I have to like clear them myself to like crazy some days. But and so you know what I mean. But like so that was like their only option at one point was and there was actually a guy. I want to say it was like the 30s or 40s. I think he worked for Ringling Brothers for a little bit, but he would actually have people push swords through him, and he wasn't injured. He wasn't. No red stuff came out. He wasn't like you guys can look him up. Like he was a sideshow performer, and he was supposed to be like, Now they did tests on him to see why. Like somehow the swords, like his organs would just move out of the way. They'd be like, okay, there's a sword coming. Let's just move. Like it's a very very rare thing. There was also another sideshow performer who he'd trained for years. I don't know why. I guess he was a bored kid. You know what I mean? But he had actually learned how to completely turn his head around to the back, and that was like his trick, right? Like that was his thing. Like I said, look this up. But yeah, so he would like turn around, he'd be smoking, like all that stuff. I like that shit. You like that shit, right? Like, Eggy, Misfit, what's up with you? Nothing, Jeremy. How are you, honey? Good morning. But yeah, so he and the doctors went and looked at him to see if anybody else could like reproduce this movement with practice. And it was like they said it was like impossible. But I guess there's always somebody out there that can do something new. You guys remember seeing like the lobster boy? He grew up, right? And he was like his wife said that he was incredibly abusive, right? Like incredibly. But I'm like, dude's in a wheelchair and he's only got two fingers. Like, how? Like, I'm sorry, like, but how is he abusing you? Like, motherfucker can't even chase you. Like, run away. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's, I mean, run away. Like, but his family said he was very abusive. She ended up, now his daughter was getting married. I'm good. And good morning to you as well. Good morning, Jeremy. It's nice to meet you, honey. But so, yeah, the story's crazy. Yeah, so it ended up his daughter was getting married, right? And he didn't like Deacon. Good morning, honey. He didn't like the guy that his daughter was marrying. So he actually brought a pew pew to the wedding. And hi, Deacon, what's happening, honey? How are you today? And he brought a pew pew to the wedding, and he proceeded to unalive the groom right in front of the bride. And they let him not go to jail because it was determined that he was the breadwinner with his family, and his family would not be able to stay afloat without him. I was just gonna say that. Yeah, like that's, I mean, it's a crazy story. And his whole family were born with like these birth defects, like all his kids, some of them have more fingers. Have you ever considered foot modeling? It's so random. You know that like there's a fetish behind every random comment like that. But like I don't understand why people think I'm gonna play into it. Like just because somebody's into something does not mean when a permission slip is signed that I'm ready to go. You know what I mean? Like I just don't even understand. Like I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand what happened. Like what did you do in your previous lifetime to come in this lifetime and have a foot fetish? Like I bet it was something really shitty. Like I bet it was something really shitty. Like, cause who wants to have to explain that to people? Like, oh yeah, I'm really into feet. Like, and then just like the weird looks. Like, you're what? Like when you're dating somebody, how do you bring that up? Like, oh, by the way, like, can I see your feet? You get this every live, and you know what I do? Aries has been around me for like 6 years. Like, bless his heart, he's not tired of hearing my stories or hearing my laugh. Yeah. And like, Aries, how many times do you think somebody's come through and talked about my feet, or asked me if I was wearing socks, or asked to see the soles of my feet? And I'm like, just because somebody millions, or like, there's a dude who he comes through every day and asks if I could queef on demand. There's another dude who like comes here every day. I don't know why I just don't block these people. But I'm like, I'll just tell them fuck off, But then he'll ask me like, there's another dude. I guess they're going that many lives. They don't remember where they've been. And he asked me if I can burp on command. And like literally every time he comes through, I'm like, dude, fuck off. I want to be, yeah. I'm like, it's comments. It's helping me trends. So it's like, but I'm hoping that by me explaining that it's really creepy when guys do that and it's really like unattractive when guys do that, that maybe, just maybe, I know it's a long shot, but maybe they'll take a different approach in another life. Like I said, you can be into whatever you want. I'm not telling people to not even explore what they're into. But just because somebody's into something does not mean I'm like, yeah, let's do this. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. That's just me though. That's just me. Maybe other people will play into it. I know that there's a lot of people on like OF that do that. That was the first subject. I bet. Like I said, it's a pretty random thing. Like some of this, oh my god, Aries question. I said he's been here. He's read a lot of my comments. What do you think is the weirdest request I've ever had? Like I know that that's asking a lot. And it's okay if you don't remember off the top of your head because I honestly don't even know. And you can ask Aries on this one. I literally have a dude that's been coming through my live stream for about 6 years. He followed me from one site to the other, right? His name on there was Mr. A, and he would just come through and be like, I love your beautiful neck. He still comes through. He still comes through. To this day, he still comes through. I love your beautiful neck. I love your beautiful neck. Your neck is gorgeous. Like he has a neck fetish. Like that's he's into necks. Yeah, see that. But even him, I've talked to him offline because it just got my curious. Like I said, I worked in a store for a very long time. I hosted events based around like what people are into, all that stuff. So it's like I don't know, like I just never had heard of that before. Like he's like the only person I've ever had like, and he liked me when I was chubbier. I didn't even have a neck then. Like I got a neck now. Not much of one because this like my turkey thing. I got hair in my eye. And so but yeah, he's literally come through my live streams for probably about 6 years now. And that's what he talks about. He doesn't really come through, say hi, doesn't, but then he would like message me and be like, he's normally pretty good. And this is why I keep like allowing it, right? Is because he like if I'm like, stop, he'll stop. You know what I mean? Like he'll stop. And then it got to the point where like me and him had messaged back and forth just randomly. I think he hit me up on Instagram one day. I was like, I love your beautiful neck. And I was like, I know, thank you. Like somebody came through my live stream one day named Neck Fetish. And I was like, is that you? Like I knew it was right away. And I was like, you changed your username. Like, but so I got curious, right? So I started talking back to him. I'm like, I never heard like you're not having like thoughts about you know, and he was like, no, he's like, it's actually not that at all. He's like, I like the shape of it. He's like, when women touch their neck, I find it very attractive. He's like, I don't want to do anything to make you uncomfortable. So if I do anything to make you uncomfortable, he's like, you just tell me to stop and I'll stop. And then he proceeded to tell me that he was in an Instagram group that was all about this. I'm like, really? I've just never heard of any. Like, I've heard of every other type of everything in this world. That was a new one. So I just got asking him, like, I was just more curious. Like, I always wonder how people develop what they're into. Like, how does somebody, like, I don't know. I don't know. I had a dude. Okay. So listen, I had a point where I thought, I'm a female. I got parts balloon popping. Right. That's like another, like, okay. Like, how do you get into that? So I had a dude, right? And like I said, it was easy money. I would never do anything in person with anybody for money. Like, that's just not, like, I'm good. I'm good. I don't want to end up in a trash bag somewhere on like diapers. Yeah, like the human babies, Pookie. Good morning. The babies, like I said, you have your, well, we could try it a couple times and see if I like it type things. You got your stuff that you're into. We can do. Then you got your other stuff where it's like, okay, well, I'll give him that for his birthday, or you know what I mean, like you know what you have your like soft points, your soft things, and then you have your like hard nose. And like if somebody was like, I like to be a baby, so I want you to change me, that would literally breaks. Screw. I mean, like I just don't. I said there is. Oh God, what is the name of the show? There's a show and people are like literally in love with their car. Or there was a woman, right, who she was in love with a carnival ride and actually married the carnival ride. And it was like weird because she was like laying underneath of it and like opening it up so the oil went all over her face. So, oh, that's what I was talking about. That's what's going on. Yeah, my addiction, right. See, you're so helpful, Eric. But yeah, my strange addiction. Yeah, yeah. And it's like I said, go what? But she's like pouring the oil all over her face. And I'm like, I don't feel like this is something we should be watching. So once upon a time, like I said, outdid CAM, right? Like, I'll admit it. I'll own it. I did it. I didn't do it for long because it really got on my nerves, but I did it. And I would turn down really odd requests. Like, if somebody was like, I want to, your feet. I'm like, I just can't. I don't even want to entertain it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's just certain things. I just didn't even want to entertain it. I think the most random request I had during that period of time was there was a dude who had a snow globe fetish. And I was like, that was a new one. Like, toxic, what's happening? That was like a new one too for me. I thought, what's happening, honey? Good morning, guys. Welcome through. Tap the screen, please. Like the live. I love it when people stop by to see me. I said we're dual streaming today, but yeah, like so he had hit me up and he's like, well, if we're gonna do this, I have a snow globe. I'm into snow globes, and I was like, oh, thank you for reposting that. I appreciate it. But I'm like, you have a what? What? I'm not putting that. Uh, and he's like, no, 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 not that. Lost fingers, right? The nub it. Use a toe. But I'm like, what are you trying to get me to put where? Like, fill the tub with ice and yeah, I've heard about that one too. I'm like, I just couldn't get, or if somebody was like into like PCs, like that's a hard no for me. Peeing, that's a hard no for me. Jay, that was so funny, even if you're really reading that. Story of my life, Jay. That one was funny. Not the best face, but I'd probably do that little thing after a few beers and send it on. Right, like just get your Ubers here that I didn't pay for. Okay, so yeah, you're gonna call me, right? Probably not. Probably not. Like just having a laugh with you, looking great, my dear. Have a good day. Oh, bye, Jay. Have a good one. You're out already. I was gonna say that was pretty funny. That one hit me in the funnies, but so he said no, he wasn't trying to get me to get a snow globe put anywhere because, like I said, that was what my first thought was. It was like, yo, dude, I am not putting a snow globe. And he was like, no, he had a thing for watching women pose inside of like a big globe, right, and then doing their stuff inside of a snow globe, like one of those kinds that goes out front of your house, like that has Santa in it and all like the fucking snow floating around and shit. Like, yeah, that's what he wanted me to do. And I'll be real, the money he was offering me to do it was really good money. And I said it wasn't in person. I would never do it in person. But like, I'm like, well, how are we gonna work that? Like, how would that even like be possible? You know what I mean? Like, how would that? And he's like, well, and he sent me the parameters of the globe. And I like went and I looked at my bedroom and I'm like, yeah, that's not gonna happen. And I was like, I'd have to like do this shit out in the backyard. And I'm pretty sure my civic association would not be really happy with it. So we'll just I had to turn it down, which I don't like. I'm not the type of person that likes to turn down money. Just not. Just not. You know what I mean? Just not. So but yeah, that was definitely probably the weirdest request. I've had times where I've sold undergarments or sold broken things that I've used. Even that, if somebody was into undies like that, I'd be like, I mean, like, you just want to wear them on your head while others, like, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, I'm moving on. I'm going back to the weird news. I said I need to get some makeup on today. I'm getting busy chatting and forgetting, losing my goal. You know what I mean? I need to get my shit together. So, like I get so far. I'll start here, and the next thing I know, it's like 30 minutes later, and I'm all the way the fuck over here. And I don't even remember the journey. Like it's like backpack, backpack. Like I need like the Dora the Explorer map, like bridge, tree, grandma's house. Like it one like goes right up. Find a Japanese. Yeah, I seen that where you can like. Yeah, I was gonna say I seen that in Japan. They sell vending machines that have undies. I thought like listen when I did the undergarments and stuff like that. I thought this was gonna be easy money, right? Cool. I got drawers. A lot of people will offer you more money if you wear it for an excessive period of time or like you go to the gym in it and then you just don't like I mean I get it. I respect what everybody's into. Like I'm not, who am I to judge anybody, but like I'll be like no, like I need a shower, like I'm not gonna go to the gym and then wear the same drawers for like 4 more days. Like I'm just not gonna do that. And yeah, like, but and I actually thought it was kind of interesting because a lot of, as far as with that, a lot of my customer base was actually women. Like you would think it would be mostly men. It was a lot of women. Like I will say it was probably like an 80-20 split. 80% was women, which, like I said, surprised me. You know what I mean? But then here's the thing, and this is what bothered me with like CAM, is that they want to talk. Like I said, I thought this was going to be an easy transaction. I would go, send it out. They would do whatever they want with it. That was it, right? Now, they want to talk to you. They want to talk to you about why they liked it. And I'm just so not into that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just so not into it. Like, and like, I don't know. I said, I didn't do it for long because it annoyed the crap out of me. Like, just, like, there's a lot of guys that will try to just get free shit. So, like, well, what would you do? Well, how would you do it? Well, what? And it's like, nah, pay your money and then you can find out. Like, it's a surprise. I used to tell people it was my magic trick because I would make things disappear. I thought it was funny. But, like, once you open that door to some guys, there's no, like, closing it. So, like I said, it just got to the point where it, like, just annoyed me. Like, don't fucking waste my time. Like, some guys would try to, well, can I just watch for like 5 minutes and you only charge me? Like, dude, this is not the marketplace from Agrabah. You know what I mean? Like, Aladdin's not walking around here. Like, either you pay what you, but like, this is not a bartering system. Like, this is not, you know what I mean? I'll trade you 2 cows for 5 sheep. Like, that's not, you know what I mean? Like, we're not haggling over prices. This is what I want. That's it. Either you do it or you don't. Like, either you want to pay or you don't. We're not taking deals. We are not. You got 20 minutes. Do what you're going to do in that period of time. Otherwise, I don't know how to help you. Like, pay for another one. You know what I mean? Like, but, like, I would never, like I said, I would never, like, dance in a club. Like, I just would never, I would never do, like, and I said, I don't judge people that do. People need to support themselves. They need to, whatever. Like, that's, who am I to judge? I wouldn't like strangers being, like, creepy with me and then having to pretend like I like it. And then, I just, you know what I mean? How my father met donkey. That's what I mean. It's like, I told you, when I worked at the shop, we had movies, and every great one smile. Thank you, sexy man. I appreciate the follow. But, like, we would have people come through, and I said they would just ask for, like, just some of the weirdest shit, and you're like, and I would try so hard not to show on my face that I was kind of judging them, but, like, listen, this is not Planet Fitness. This is not a judgment-free zone. I like to say I don't judge other people. I be judging, but I try to keep an open mind. You know what I'm saying? Now this was like totally like a random story just from the store, but like I had this couple come in the one time, and they were like a younger couple, right? Documentary too. Our partner, buddy. But like I had this couple come in, and they were like maybe in their 20s, right? And the guy, he like it. She was like real meek, very soft spoken, all this stuff. The dude was such a fucking asshole. Like he was, like I was like shocked because he was such a fucking asshole. No, no, no. But like he was mad that she even asked him to go in there. She's like, babe, I'm trying to find something that we could use together. Like this just isn't a me thing. I just want to keep it like exciting for you. He really thought that incorporating an object would mean that she was cheating on him, even if she used it with him. And I'm like, what? I'm like, I like food. Like, here's my comparison. I love food. Like, I was chubby. I still eat like I'm chubby. I just work. You know what I mean? Like, I work. I'm trying to keep it under control. But like, just because I like food, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come have dinner with me. Like, you know what I mean? We're gonna enjoy that shit together. But he was like literally putting her down because she wanted something that they, not even something you use by yourself, something they could use together. And I'm like, just standing there, and I'm like, because I just couldn't believe the way that he was talking to her in front of a random stranger in the store. See the film Feet? Oh gosh, I'm not looking up anything that Eric says. Feed. I've seen Teeth. Is it the same kind of thing as Teeth? That was a weird one. But and then he looked at me right in the middle of this, and he goes, "I'm writing this, aren't I?" And I'm like, "No, you're not." And he like, but I was just flabbergasted that he even tried. Hey, you're trying to get people to gang up on your girlfriend and tell her that she's wrong as a manipulation tactic or like a guilt trip or whatever. And I'm like, no, you're not. And he goes, well, why not? I said, listen. I love food. Okay. I love food. But just because I love food does not mean like that means like I'm not gonna leave you for the kitchen table. That means I'm gonna be like, babe, come have dinner with me. You know what I'm saying? Like people don't break up with people over inanimate objects. Like, I mean, not inanimate, they move, but I'm just saying, like, they don't, I've never heard, never, even all those years, I've never heard somebody go, I got a divorce because I found that object now and I'm good. It doesn't happen. Like, it's an object. It satisfies certain things, but like, it certainly is not taking over for companionship of another human. So that's just wild to me. It's wild to me that some people have such hard opinions on that stuff. But I'm like sitting there thinking, like, yo, if y'all aren't together in 6 months, I guarantee you it's got nothing to do with anything in this store. But like when I say he was like talking to her real shitty, I mean like I was shocked. Like I wasn't gonna jump in it because it's not my business, that's hers. But I was just like flabbergasted with the way that he was speaking to her in front of strangers. Like even if you're like the whole humiliating people like that's and I think like even when people like come online and they bitch about other people, I can have my fights with people and that don't mean that I'm going to drag it online because the extra layer of humiliation is also abusive, you know what I mean? Man overfeeds women. Oh yeah, a feedie. Okay, I got you. I actually had a friend that was really into that. He was somebody that I knew online. I was like, he was on like a website for it, and I'm like, okay, like I said, everybody's into something, and I try to keep an open mind with stuff. But there's like certain things like I just know I couldn't get down for. Like he was really pro like plus size women, which is great. Like you know what I mean. I'm pro guys that are pro plus size women. Like nope, people are not worth it. I mean, yeah, I was gonna say amplifier. I was like honestly, I was really upset the way that he was talking to her. I know you. Do you? From where? Okay. I'm popular. Now, okay, so we're gonna do the weird news. I gotta get my makeup on because I don't have like I'm like sitting here gabbing and I'm like I don't have all day. You know what I mean? Oh, you said do I know you? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think we've met before. If this is your first, I'd like you know what I mean? Like I don't think so. But guys, welcome through. Tap the screen. Thank you, B. I appreciate you. Like the live. It helps me trend, which helps. I like to be trendy. You know what I mean? I like to be trendy. I can't take over the world via live stream without you guys' help. So it stays in your hands, like just 100%. It stays in your hands. And, you know, everything's appreciated, especially the free stuff. Thank you, Eric, honey. Aren't you wonderful? Look at you being all wonderful on a Monday morning. All right. So, look, it looks like we actually have two eyebrows now. Woo, woo. But yeah, I'm down for guys that like I totally support men that because there's some guys that are so like into like a woman has to have the perfect body, and the thing is we all have flaws. You could have a perfect body when you're 20, but by the time I'm 46, man, I don't think I don't think everything's like it was when I was 19. You know what I mean? Like my body has experienced some migration. We'll put it that way. But like shit flew south for winter and was just like, hey, we like it here, so they just decided to stay and not come back up. You know what I mean? Listen, I've accepted that. I've always been very fortunate, even when I was bigger. I've always been very, very comfortable in my own skin. Like 100%. And I feel bad that there's women in the world or men in the world that are not comfortable in their own skin because you only get one. I'll see you around. Bye, Aries. Have a good one. I hope you feel better, baby. But I wish that everybody could feel comfortable in their own skin. And I do, I like, so, okay. I would have women come in the store, right? And they'd be looking for stuff to wear for their husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, right? Oh, I don't know. This one would show off my cellulite. Oh, I don't know. This one, like, my belly will be out. Like, and when I went through a divorce years and years ago, right? I can remember talking to my best friend. And I had literally hadn't been with anybody else in 8 years. Like I never messed around on them. I'm also not that type of person. I had never messed around on them. You know what I mean? Like, And the thought of somebody else seeing me without clothes, it was like, and she looked at me and she gave me probably one of the best pieces of advice that I could hear. And she said, Renee, she said, guys don't care. You really think, like, they don't care. By the time they're down for it, they don't give a fuck. They're just happy that somebody showed up. And I'm like, so that was the I said, listen, he's already chosen you. He's already seen you without stuff on. Do you think he's gonna be turned off because he sees some cellulite on you? Especially if you're dressed up for him like that. You really think he's gonna be in his head criticize, like, you are your own worst enemy when it comes to like body dysmorphia type shit. Like, you know what I mean? I understand it's natural for people to be like a little self-conscious of their body, but at the same time, I 100% believe that my friend was right. Like, by the time a guy gets you in that position, he don't give a fuck. He did not give a fuck with that shit. He's like, cool. You know what I mean? Like, I think there's a lot of people that they might, especially men, might not judge as much as we think we judge ourselves worse than most men that would want to do the do thing. You know what I mean? With us, like at that point, like they're just happy that somebody was like cool. You know what I mean? Somebody that they were into and they thought was attractive. You know what I mean? Was like, yeah, let's do this. You know what I mean? They're not gonna sit there and think, oh God, I don't know if I can do this. She's got cellulite on the back of her legs. Like, I can guarantee you, like, they don't fucking care. And that would be the advice that I would give people in the store. I'd be like, listen, you pick out what makes you feel. You know what I mean? Like, what makes you feel good. But don't worry about stuff like that because it don't matter. He's already seen you like that. He's already, you know what I mean? Like, he's already said yes and then kept coming back for more. Like, he'll just be happy that you even thought of dressing up for him. He's not going to care what the outfit is. But the whole point of the outfit is, like I said, listen, I'll be real. I think that there are a lot of women in the world. It seems to be. I said I worked every year that the 50 Shades movie came out. Right, it was on Valentine's Day, and it was like crazy. It was like the like worst day of work. But I did that like every year that like a new one came out, and I think that more women are sub than dom and a forearm crutch, right? Like, but I think that there are more women that are subs than there are doms. I might be wrong on this. I don't know, but that's not my thing. So like, 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 listen, it's not my thing. I like to be the boss. Just saying, that's how it goes. I like to be the boss. Like, you know what I mean? But like, wearing stuff like that is supposed to empower you. It's supposed to make you feel good. It's supposed to make you feel you know, like a dancer. It's supposed to make you feel good about your body. And meanwhile, like, get, you know, the bag attached to the. What do you mean, like a colostomy? You know, there's actually, I forget what the name of it is. It's like in an urban dictionary where people like have that. Yeah, okay, gotcha. Like, but there are people that have that. I've even heard of that fetish before I heard of a neck fetish. Like, there are people that have a fetish for doing that in the hole of the colostomy bag. And that is so beyond dangerous. Like, it's just beyond dangerous. Like, when you have a colostomy bag, it's more likely to get infections. Like, a lot of people will traditionally run infections. And then, like, your body's not meant to take it there. Like, it's not. So, but like I said, there's fetishes out there for everything. We actually had these things in the store that were rods that went up a man's hole, not the back one, the front one. Oh yeah, it exploded. Yeah, like yeah, but like your intestines are not meant to take that. Like, it's one thing if it's passing through, but like it's just asking for an infection, and it's just not worth it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's, but it's like, how do these people date? Like, how do they bring this up? Like, she's like, by the way, I have a colostomy. Like, how do you find out who has a colostomy bag to even have that shit go on? No pun intended. But to even have that go on. And then you find out that she does, and you're like, whoa, we've been together for a bit, and I was curious, like what, what, what? I was told right away, and that's like I said, I appreciate people that are open and honest with it. But if somebody was like, "Oh, you do," that's kind of hot. I'd be a little weird. It's not something people can help when they need those bags. It's not something that it's a medical purpose. Nobody wakes up today and says, "Hey, you know what I'd really like? Let's reroute my intestines and we'll put a colostomy bag in." Nobody does that. It just seems more convenient. Like, you know what I mean? Something like, "Josh, what are you doing, honey? Good morning." Well, good afternoon, good night to you. But like, yeah. So there's, oh, thank you, Josh, honey. I appreciate it. But so yeah, there's guys out there with that. But hi, baby, how are you? There's guys that are into that, and that's I mean, yeah, it's morning. It's morning here. Like, is it late night morning? You know what I mean? But like, I just can't imagine. Like, you have to like. What about you? I'm hanging in there. Like I said, I'm trying to get like my shit together for today. But I keep talking about like Josh has been a live streamer for a bit. Josh, what is the weirdest thing you've ever heard? Like as far as dirty wise. What is the weirdest thing? See, all this started because some dude was talking about my feet after another dude talked about me burping. That's what got all this talk started. Everything. The last 45 minutes of me ranting all came from like, and like poops. Yeah, like so that's what I was talking about. Like there are some guys in the world. I'm sure it's a very small percentage where if a woman has a colostomy bag, they want to in the colostomy bag, and I'm like, I would feel so weird. Like, how do you like lay there and pretend like you're enjoying it? Oh no, it's like what with the feet thing. Like, how do you like talk to? Yeah, I love it when you do that to my feet. Like, I couldn't even play along with that. I would just be like, so wait, you wanna my feet? There's a what? There's other spots that what? And then, like I said, even the foot fetish shit. How many dates do you go on before you bring that shit up? How many dates do you go on before you're like, so listen, I'm into something that might be a little weird. Like, do you do it a couple times with them? And then you're like, maybe I should tell her now? Do you, I know some women will be down for that. I'm not. I am not. I don't want anybody touching my fucking feet. Like, I certainly don't want anybody banging them. You know what I mean? Like definitely not. Like that would I would just you're just sitting there watching somebody do it. And it's like, oh yes, I love when you do that. Oh yeah. Percentage that it should be right. That's what I'm saying. And I didn't bring the surgical shoe. Like, but so I seen I was gonna say, what'd you say? What was the name of that show, Eric? I already lost it. It was exactly what I was like. You just do it, right? Like, no, I would feel like a foot fetish isn't something you can, so, like maybe putting a toe in the mouth might be like, oh, I just thought I'd be experimental. But like, how do you full on? Like that's to me, that's not like a good surprise. Like you know what I mean? Like the fuck are you doing? Like you know my fucking feet. Or like how do guys bring it up when they're like, or women, how do they bring it up when they're like, hey, I think it'd be really hot if you peed on me. Like what? Like how about this? I'll heat up some lemonade and pour it on you, but that's even that's too much effort for me. Like even that, like what? The fuck? No, no, no. No, no. Or like I'll get messages from guys and it's like just absolutely like when I say it's like the creepiest of the creepiest, when guys get into inboxes, it's way worse than anything you could see on live stream. Thought it was something that you would be okay with it, right? You can't surprise people. You should let them know if you're into that type of stuff. But so there was that what like strange addiction? Was that what it was? I'd have to scroll back to look, but yes, it was all about like what people were into. So I said there was a chick that was like she married like a roller coaster and she's lying underneath of it, pouring oil on herself, and it's like, should we be watching this? I mean, if that's her form of like, should we be watching her do it on TLC? And then I said there was another chick who her thing, like I said, the whole baby thing. That is not even something that would ever happen in my world. That is not even something I would somewhat entertain. That is fucking nasty. I am not giving you a bottle and changing your diaper. Like, so there's a website that's dedicated towards lifestyle people, shall we say. And like I would randomly get dudes that hit me up that were like wearing baby diapers and shit. Would you like to be my mommy? That's a big no. That's a big no for me. You are she will dime you out. And it's like I don't know. I just so there was one chick and she was into pretending to be furniture for her girlfriend, and her girlfriend would entertain it. Like she would come in and she'd be pretending to be a coffee table, and she would just pretend like she didn't know that she was there and put her feet up on her. Or like I was screaming the first time I seen this show. I was screaming, right? Like 100% screaming. Because the chick goes in the room and she's got a newspaper, right? It's out in the living room. And the chick's just standing over the corner with a lampshade on her. Or, like I said, I'll get guys like that jump in my DMs and they're like, what would you do if you were doing the dishes and I broke into your house? Um, Listen, like, I don't know what response you're hoping for. I mean, maybe I know what response, but like I'm not playing into it. Just because it's something you're into does not mean I need to be a part of it. Like, there's movies based around that. Like, I'm not gonna feed into some creeps. Like I said, in the DMs, it gets even worse. Like anything that you could see in somebody's comment section is magnified 8 million times when somebody doesn't think that anybody's around. You know what I'm saying? I saw pretend to be a carpet. We should pretend to be a carpet, Diamond. I haven't seen Diamond in a bit. I miss Diamond. I actually munch her. But like, how is that? Well, your guess is as good as mine, Josh. And like, honestly, even that, I mean, I guess I could kind of play along with it. Maybe. And by the way, that sound is my dog snoring his ass off. I swear that's not coming out of me. I promise. I promise. But like I said, I literally, I've gone online and like I said this morning, it was, can you queef on demand? Which is like a really common question on TikTok. I have no idea why. And I'm like, what? Like when guys come through and they just ask you random shit off the bat. Like the fuck? What do you like? Yeah, I just like, and then like I said, somebody was like, have you ever considered doing foot modeling? Huh? Huh? Show me my motherfucking permission slip with a fucking date on it where I was like, hey, I know you're into this, and I'm like, consent is a fucking awesome thing. If I haven't consented, do not come at me like that. Like, do not. And then they're like, then they look at me like I'm a bitch when I'm like, yo, you're a fucking creep, dude. Like, if I think you're a creep, I'm gonna tell you, I think you're a fucking creep. You know what I mean? But like, I just can't imagine that there are other women that are just sitting out in the world going, I ain't got nothing to do today. I hope somebody hits me up and asks for pictures of my feet. What? What? Like, I just don't, but like I said, I understand that everybody's into something different. Like the one that offered to be my dad if I like, but so I said I've seen like the human babies and shit, and they'll sleep in like these giant ass cribs. Like they're fucking like I just like I said I that would be a hard no for me, dog. Like that would be like that would put the brakes right on shit. Like, nah, no, that is a big no. Like a big, like I said, you have the stuff that you're into. Then you have the stuff where you're like, well, we can try it once or twice. Then you have the stuff where you're like, well, I'm not really into it, but he's into it, so let's do that. You know what I mean? Then you have the stuff that is like a hard no. It's like a hard pass. Like, no, like end of sentence. Period. Do not bring it up again. That would definitely like, so I would get these guys in diapers that were messaging me asking me to be their mommy, and I'm like, would your mom tell you to fuck off? Because that's what I'm doing. I'm telling you, you can go fuck yourself. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and then they're like, you're a bitch. Well, I'm normally not, but if you're gonna be overly creepy with me, I might be bitchy. It's an associated risk. I'm sorry if you come at me weird and I respond. I'm honest, man. If I think something's creepy, I'm gonna be like, yo, you're fucking creepy. Like, I can't not say it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because I just, I don't know. I just don't think like. And then the funny part is too, because I really don't block a lot of people. Oh, thanks, Josh. I really don't block a lot of people. So, like, I'll literally have somebody that comes through. Like I said, there's one dude. He keeps coming through on my YouTube, and he asks, "Hello, Queefer, how was your day?" I finally blocked him the other day because it was just annoying the shit out of me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he like just every day he was coming through asking me if I could queef on demand. I'm like, are you going to that many lives that you can't remember me? Like, you're taking this shtick to that many lives that you can't remember. But he would literally did it like every day for 2 weeks, and finally I just blocked him the other day. I'm friending people now. Yeah, like that sends me the same. You're so weird. But like, I don't know. Like, it's like, I just I don't know. Like, I don't understand, like, what women are sitting around doing this shit. Because I have to assume that it has some, brought up pigtails and pillow fights. My friends wrote a song about it. But, I don't know. Like, I just don't understand. Like guys will hit me up and be like, "What are you doing today?" Huh? Nothing. What? What? Like, I'm like going like this. Like, what? What? Like, I don't know you, sir. You want to come over and make 200? No. 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 I'm not ending up in a trash bag, fucking in a landfill for 200. Like, what? Like, or guys will be like, "You're really hot. You want to do with me?" No, I don't. Like, I don't. I don't want to go over your house today and, like, okay, random stranger on the internet, but like, who are they? I have to assume that it has some success rate, right? Her farts in jars, right? Right. I was gonna say there. Yeah, that woman, she's making more than 50K a year. She was on what, 90 Day Fiance. She was on some show, and shit. Listen, listen. I'm just saying. I wouldn't be into it. But that's the stuff, is like the conversation. They can't just buy the jar from you. They have to tell you about what they did with it and why they liked it and make requests about the food you eat and like all this shit. And it's like, I mean, if it was easy, I fart in a jar and get sued, right? He's like, I do it just to hear the echo. Okay, as an immature guy, I think it's funny. Yeah, I think it's funny too. And I bet she charges so much for shipping, just like eBay, right? You good? You good? He snored so loud. He slept through the night last night. I said the last 4 or 5 nights, he's actually slept through the night. Or like, that's another thing that really gets me is like when people are into like puppy play. Or like I said, I had a friend, and I'm pretty open minded. I like to think like I'm pretty open minded, but like I had a friend who was really into urethra stuff. So he actually came in. We had a toy in the store that went up there, right? It was pretty thick too. Went up there, and then it caused, like, it was also electric play. The electric play I didn't think was too bad. Like I never really done it like in person, but like we would feel in the store like just out of curiosity. Do I? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Professional. Yeah, I've learned to read stuff before. Wish I could sleep that well. Right. Right? I mean, like, listen, I used to tell people that like I was chubby because every time I got it, I would eat a sandwich afterwards. Hmm. So do you? What? Know how to not read dumb shit that'll get me banana? Yeah, I do know that. Hmm. I do know that. I do know to proofread. Yeah. Josh, pink. Josh said, shoo shoo, be gone. But like, I just, even like the puppy play shit, like, I couldn't get into it. Like, I couldn't. Like, I just know I couldn't. Like, I just couldn't. Like, there's no way I could look at somebody and be like, good boy, sit up on your hind legs. Okay, are we gonna go for a walk? Like, dude, I'm not. When I say that shit would be the Sahara, I mean, that thing would be coughing and dust would be flying out of that. Like, it would look like somebody's attic. Like, I'm like, when they open like King Tut's tomb, that's exactly what I'd be like. I'm like, listen, that would literally turn me off so bad. It would like start to suck inward and look like Renee Zellweger's face. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be going inside out. Like, thank you, Josh, honey. I appreciate you. Like, I just couldn't get down it. Those collars are tight. Those collars are tight. You need to tell your owner to loosen it. But like, I mean, like collars. That's fine. That's fine. Like collars, like the actual collars. Like they make the ones that are real soft. But like a dog collar with like your name on the thing, like are we microchipping your ass? Like, have you had your rabies shot this year? Like, I wouldn't even know how to play along with that. You know, there goes her nasal. Yeah, like her and Taylor Swift. Like, why do they always look like they're thinking about something real hard, or that they just got done like eating something sour? Like they both make. I don't get it. I don't get it. I get my own fault. And that's like I said, I could not stand there and watch somebody eat out of a dog bowl and then be like, "Yeah, I'm ready to go." I just like I said, it would literally be a King Tut's tune. Like it would turn me off so bad that I listen. I would be useless. I would be useless after that. Like just let me roll over and go to sleep because there ain't shit happening after that. Like there's not shit happening after that. Like sorry, not sorry. Like there's not like it would literally like all right, I'm done talking about Ryan Gosling old enough to be Ryan Goosey. But he'll be here all night, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to tip your bartender. But like I said, so you have your hard passes. Is there anything that women are into that like specifically would be like a no to you guys? Thank you. What? Wow, that's a tough one. Leopoldo. I probably fucked that up. Locked tightly, they probably do. Oh, amplifier. Okay. I mean, like I don't. Like I said, I know some women are down for it, but like it's just not like a me thing. Like if somebody was like, hey, like listen, I'm really into putting stuff up my urethra, and then I really like it when it's electrified. I'd be like, you know what? What do you mean? Wait, and we would get some of the, but like even that, some of those ones, like we had a set come in the one time, and it was all metal, and it had like different stages. You know what I mean? Like it started off real thin, but the last stage was like that fucking big around, and I'm like, how do you keep like? You might as well get a diaper after that shit because, or like some of the backdoor stuff. I told you I literally had a picture of me on my Facebook with one that was so big. When I put it out, I literally had to grab it and hold it like this, and I could barely pick the damn thing up. And we couldn't hang it on a hook because it was so heavy, so we had to put it on the floor right by that section. But I took a picture of me standing next to it because I said I'm only 5'1", so I'm little. But like this thing was over half my height, like it was literally up to here on me. And I said the funny part was when it comes to a lot of the bigger toys for that, it's not women that buy those; it's a lot of men. $200 for a chance. Second thing, like, dude, like I said, there's certain things I just know would be like I said, I would be like fucking useless. I would be fucking useless. Like, just that's enough. Oh man, man, man. Just got restricted. I knew it was gonna happen at some point during the conversation. Fuck you guys who are reporting me. What for? I'm body exposure. Because I moved my shirt, I would imagine. Or it said for behaviors, which is probably because of the conversation we're talking about. So fuck you, whoever reported me. We're all. I'm an adult. Oh yep, yeah. Family friendly, Renee. Family friendly. I'll work on it, y'all. All right, guys. I'm gonna jump off because I said I just got a restriction. I'm like, I don't feel like waiting like a 20 minutes or whatever. Surprised I wasn't yet. 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 But so no, I love you guys. And I appreciate you guys stopping by to see me. Make sure to follow me if you're new. Unless you're here to report me, then don't. It's okay. But so make sure you follow my other social media. I appreciate you guys. Like I said, I'm gonna jump off because it's gonna give me like a 20-minute thing. And then I really gotta be careful what I say. So we're going to regroup. I will be back later on. I'm practicing all my fans today. So I do fire fans, I do LED fans, and I do veiled fans. And that's my big like that's been my big thing lately. I love the LED fans. The LED fans are my favorite ones. So, and it makes me feel like a ninja. Like when I'm twirling the fans and shit, there's videos of me out there like practicing. And I'm not the best at it, but I can feel myself getting better at it. And I really like that. I really like that. So I'll be back on here in probably my time. It'll probably be like this afternoon. So, but like I said, I have a lot of fun. I'm going to start doing an LED show like one night a week. I just haven't figured out which night just yet. I was like, oh, I'll do it on Tuesday. And then Tuesday I got busy and I was like, okay. Gotta find time to go to the gym this week too. That's been like, I feel weird. Like I need to go to the gym. I need to go to the gym. I've been playing so much pool. I said I do 2 teams a week. I do one practice night, like all that stuff. Fishing. I want meet you. Hmm. Oh God. 5-1 mouth drop. 5-1. I'm so sorry, but hitting me up is meant. Oh wow. Like listen, dude, like you gotta do more than one course of Rosetta Stone. Like you can't just stop at like chapter one. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if your translator's broke or something, but I'm just saying. It's not Rosetta Stone, it's like Rosetta Pebbles, right? He's like, it's close enough to English, like whatever. So, all right, guys, really, haha. Sorry, you're my favorite person, right? I'm my favorite person too, right? All right, okay. I love you guys. I'll talk to you guys a little later.